It's here. I mean, it's 3 weeks away, but it's basically here. As of today, you can now purchase your tickets for Avengers Endgame. You and me can know exactly when and where we will be when this culmination of the 22 movie series at this point, up until this point, ends up finding itself in its conclusion. You will know specifically what time and what date you will be experiencing the finale. So 50 years from now, you can look back and talk to your grandchildren. You can go, hey, let me tell you kids the story about the time Avengers Endgame hit theaters. It was 2019, and I was at an AMC. I don't really remember what AMC, but I can tell you the theater number and the seat, because it was a grand experience. I mean, maybe that's only me. Maybe that's only me. But look, I don't think so, because according to this, Avengers Endgame breaks box office pre-sale records in only 6 hours. You're hearing that correct, folks. You're hearing that correct, that it's done everything in 6 damn hours. It's broken pre-sale records. It has. It says here that, and just like that, snap, Fandango's box office records was broken. Avengers Endgame managed to rack up more in first day pre-sales than any other film in the company's history, beating the previous chart topper, Star Wars The Force Awakens. But then here you can also look to see other movies that have done good. Avengers Endgame, number 1, Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, Rogue One, and Infinity War are the top 5. And it's funny that Disney owns all of them, which goes to show you how much money that they make and how much money they stand to make off of this. I've said it before and I will say it again. I believe fervently, wholeheartedly, that Avengers Endgame is going to be the biggest movie of 2019. Star Wars Episode 9 is going to be huge. Don't get me wrong. But I'm going to be honest here. I don't think it's going to gross more than Detective Pikachu. I'm just saying, I'm being honest here on that front, man. I think Star Wars is hurt, but look at The Force Awakens is number 2, The Last Jedi, hot with anticipation, number 3, but Force Awakens went on to do 2 billion. Last Jedi 1.3. Rogue One did 1.01 billion, and Infinity War did over 2 billion. So we can see that Star Wars movies coming off of Force Awakens, which, just by the way, I want to quickly point out, if you release a movie that is like adequate in regards to Star Wars, and I mean adequate in regards to Star Wars, the hype for the next ones will build up. Force Awakens, whatever you want to say about it, was a solid movie. It was a solid movie, a little bit redundant, a little bit repetitive, whatever, solid movie. Okay. Then that led into Rogue One, and that led into Last Jedi. Infinity War, people were waiting for that one. But in number 5, people were waiting for that one. But Endgame is coming hot off the heels of Captain Marvel hitting $1 billion, of everything that was set up for Endgame to be a success, the masterful marketing that Disney has done. This movie is breaking all the records. This movie is breaking everything it can. I'm calling it now 3 billion. Okay, at least over 2.5. No, 2.78 is Avatar. So it's going to gross over $2.8 billion. I have a feeling it's going to hit 3 billion. I have a feeling it's going to set the bar so high, so crazy for these things that nothing is ever going to be able to come up to it ever again. I mean that wholeheartedly. But anyway, I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Did you get your tickets for Avengers Endgame? Do you know where you're going to be at on April 25th, 2019, when the movie premieres to probably the most screens ever? Full movie theaters are going to be converted to Endgame. More and more theaters all weekend long are going to be like this. This movie is going to pull in so much money. Bob Iger could literally walk out into the middle of the street, shoot somebody dead, pop, pop, and people would just be all like, yeah, but you also greenlit Endgame, so you're fine. Like that's how big this movie's going to be. That's how massive this movie's going to be. But I leave it to you, your thoughts, your opinions. Write them down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.